A UAP task force member has gone public, sharing information about the UAP task force and other trending topics surrounding the UAP community. This was on the Good Trouble show over on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but regardless, it's been shared that the UAP task force member goes public. Sarah Gam, Intel Analysis and the former NGA employee, says that she saw images of non-terrestrial craft that maneuvered in inexplicable ways, to include disappearing and reappearing. Quote, no doubt in your mind it's not from Earth. Now, this is one of many clips that we're going to be looking at today, because the whole situation is absolutely mind-boggling. The fact that someone from the UAP task force has come forward is pretty huge. It can't be understated that this is quite enormous. So, this was the first clip that we're going to take a little look at today. This is the one just regarding what we just spoke about. Here it is.
Were there things that you saw that were clearly not from here? Maybe from our neighbors somewhere else?
Yes, absolutely. There was a few times when, no doubt in my mind, that's not terrestrial, that's not from Earth, that's not an adversary craft. The way things maneuvered, G-forces experienced, disappear, reappear, pop back up. Sometimes it was, and I know I'm not saying anything new, but it's like it would like play. And, pilots would lose track of something, and it's no doubt in your mind, not from Earth.
Yeah, sure, she's not saying anything brand new, but the fact that it's coming from reputable sources means something, right? The fact that we've got someone from the inside who's seen this kind of thing and has come out and kind of blown the whistle on it, that's pretty damn huge. Obviously, this isn't just the only thing that she spoke about, as another thing that she said was, on the Good Trouble show, on the same interview, said that the UAP task force member Sarah Gam states that the jellyfish UAP was debunked and that it was found to be aquatic life. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the jellyfish UFO clip, but it was flying over a military base in, I think it was Iraq or Iran. I can't remember. It was one of the two, right? And it just flew over the top. And then, because of the heat sensor rays and the cameras, let me see if I can pull it up. Jellyfish UFO video. Iraq. Here we go. This is the clip in question.
All right, if you thought 2023 was the year of the UFO, think again. In just the first 2 weeks of 2024, we've seen two videos that have both captivated and bewildered UFO enthusiasts around the globe. Not only that, tomorrow, members of Congress will finally go behind closed doors for a classified UFO briefing with the intelligence community's Inspector General, who will likely disclose whatever information there is about the existence of an alleged top-secret UFO program. We'll, of course, have much more on that tomorrow. Tonight is all about a piece of video that everyone is calling the jellyfish UFO. Only a portion of that video has been released so far. But News Nation's Brian Enton sat down for an exclusive interview with a Marine who watched the entire video and said it was well known on the base in Iraq where he was stationed that video existed. Brian joins us now. This veteran told you it was basically like the ghost story of the base.
Yeah, he did, Elizabeth. He said a lot of people on the base saw the video. No one could figure out,
obviously, in the middle is the video in question,
exactly what this object was. They did not really view it as a threat, but they did think it was a very big mystery. It is the video of an unidentified object that is sparking debate and curiosity. No one can say for sure what exactly this is, and now for the first time, we're hearing from a Marine veteran who says he served on the base where the video was taken in Iraq.
Right, I'm not going to get too much into that because this is very well-trodden ground, but at the same time, I felt like it was important to show that. Apparently that was aquatic life. Bear in mind, aquatic life is in the sea. Yeah, I don't know. Let's have a little look.
Ending a bit regarding the jellyfish UAP, in your opinion, it was birds migrating, or you were just making an analogy?
It ended up being debunked. It was not. It was aqua. I don't know words. Aquarius life. It wasn't anything. It was not a UAP.
Got it.
Sorry.
No, it's this.
Words are getting hard. It's getting late.
No, yeah, and we'll.
So she says that air is being debunked. I think what she means is it's like, is it aviatic? Like that's in the air, right? Aviatic life. So, you know, some kind of flock of birds moving across the base. Fine, fair enough, whatever. Like, I can't confirm or deny it. To me, I don't think it looks like birds flying across the base whatsoever. But, you know, she's blowing the whistle, I guess. But over on the Good Trouble Show with Matt Ford, obviously we've got the Pentagon UAP secrets are getting out. It's a 2-hour, 23-minute podcast episode, and down here are all the topics that they spoke about. So, you know, there's a hell of a lot of things they spoke about. But one thing that I really wanted to focus on is the UAP Task Force Insights, and that comes from about an hour in, and we're going to take a little listen to that right now because it's just hella interesting.
To be a part of it and to, I forget if he asked him to lead it, but I know he asked him to be a part of it, and my coworker was like, I don't have time for that X-Files stuff. And I was like, I do. And so I kind of, started getting a little jumpy and wanting to officially be a part of it, because at that point I knew of the task force and I knew of some of the people. I knew who the NGA lead was. I knew all these things. It made sense for me to be a part of it. Put me in, coach.
Right.
And so my deputy director kind of rolled his eyes and was like, I don't think so. And I pretty much stated an argumentative essay right there to him. And he looked at my coworker again, who he had asked, and my coworker's like, she's ready. Or, would hire her, which there was no hiring. That was being sarcastic. But so that was how I ended up. He finally obliged, and I didn't take no for an answer. So that was how I officially got on the task force.
Okay, and tell us what you did. What was your position on the task force?
Yeah, I supported it from the NGA side. So I didn't know the broader perspective of who was on the task force. Every once in a while we would have meetings. And I mean, it was, to me, I guess, negligible because I don't remember how many people would join a meeting, because there were like dial-ins, because it was interagency, it was all from all over the IC, all over the world type thing. So so I just supported from NGA side. So eventually it led to being a part of some foundational talks of experiments to try to prove, disprove, duplicate. Like if we had a video that, I'll say, a boomerang came in, we'll try to see if that might have been, thermal shadowing off of some water or something from a balloon, or we would try to, replicate what was happening and then maybe debunk. And then COVID shutdown happened. So that was a big bummer. And for many reasons.
Oh, of course. And what interesting things can you say that you came across as part of the UAP task force?
This is what I want to know.
Analyzing this imagery.
Yeah, well, I think I talked about a lot of it already, of some of the cool things they're able to see. I saw a couple of videos that I can't get into the source of them, but they're no doubt not terrestrial based.
And can you say, was this was that the consensus as well within the UAP task force?
Oh yeah, sometimes we wouldn't be able. We would do what we could do, detective work. Look at the camera systems, look at wind speed, altitude, camera parallax. So annoying. So we would look at all kinds of stuff and send what we found up to whoever was higher up than us, like the lead or whatever. And so he would take that. So we would do our investigation and report it up.
And how much stigma, you were talking earlier about, people calling it X-Files and stuff. How much stigma did you encounter at the time when you were doing work for the UAP task force? Stigma with the UAP topic.
Yeah. So unfortunately, definitely happened. But I mean, I think that would happen now. But back then it was before. Oh, yeah, it was definitely before the initial reports, like the ODNI reports that were put out. Anytime that happened, I usually would know the person that I was talking to, because I did know a lot of people at NGA and from my other jobs, because I would have to work with certain people to task the imagery, to get the imagery. So When I would talk with them, they're like, "You're kidding, right?" And I'm like, "Actually, no, we need to find an older sister." And so I kind of break the ice, making jokes, and then be like, "No, I'm dead serious." Um, so sometimes we had some good leverage from support of like the experiment that we were going to do. We had a lot of backing, so that it started kind of dying down slowly and slowly. Like the more reports that came in from pilots, the more reports that came in, even I'm talking, our fighter jet pilots and then also commercial airline pilots. Like the more that came in, the more this like stigma started chipping away. You're starting to chip that ice away a little bit at a time. And it was pretty amazing to see, and more people were joining the collaboration spaces and wanting to genuinely help and not make fun. And more diverse backgrounds started coming in. It was really amazing being on the task force where everyone that wanted to help was welcome. It was like open arms, and if you wanted to come to this meeting, that's cool. Or if you want to report to your lead to see if you could join. It was a really neat space, and like we would joke with each other about it, about like the X-Files stuff, but we were all there for a reason, which basically the foundation of it was curiosity and national security.
I rate it. There you go. So there's a bit of insight into it. Obviously, if you want to go and check out the full thing, head over to The Good Trouble Show with Matt Ford. It's well worth your time. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.